Welcome to Ravi Shree's University YouTube channel.
A wonderful welcome, folks, to Day 9 English Coffee House, an initiative by Ravi Shree University. Well, we have been discussing and sharing knowledge on different topics so far, and we will today focus again on some useful expressions in English to make our English a power spoken English and effective way of communication. We do say every day good night to each other when we are going back to sleep. When someone asks you, are you to bed? Going back to sleep, I can just give a simple expression called I am going to hit the sack. I use this expression, hit the sack means to go to sleep. Make a note there. Yes, from today I would not say I'm going to sleep, but rather I express as I'm going to hit the sack. First one. Second, there is an expression called on the ball. You are seeing a person doing a good job. You experience his wonderful dedicated service to you, and you can simply say, yes man, you are on the ball. On the ball means you are doing a good bounce of job. The expression that can be taken straight to the point. Third one, there is an expression which is used as between the devil and the deep blue sea. Between the devil and the deep blue sea, wherein the situation is you are struggling between two great problems, but you have to go into one problem or the other. So one is devil, the other is a deep blue sea. Both the places you will fall down, but you have to go. Thus the expression I am struggling between the devil and the deep blue sea. Third one, which can be used when the situation requires it. Fourth one, we can use an expression saying it as call it a day. Call it a day. Call it a day means when we are closing the job or work for the day. We can also call it as ending the day. Come on guys, let's call it a day. This is what we say in a meeting or when we are hitting out of our workplace at the end by evening or whatever the time you are leaving. So use the expression as let's call it a day. The other expression is there, cutting it cross. Cutting it cross. He seems to cut cross the situation. He seems to cut cross the speech. Means he is trying to conclude it as early as possible. As early as possible. So he seems to cut it cross. Well, there is another expression which adds further flavor to our conversation, like they are fighting doggerheads. In the courtroom, when the supporting lawyer and the prosecution lawyer keep on giving their arguments put across, the situation is called as they are fighting at doggerheads. Means each of them have a hot argument trying to prove their statement. It happens even in our daily arguments between two people when we come across people arguing about their own sides. Both the way people seem to be right, but they are in hot explosion of their ideas, trying to prove and sell their idea to be better than the other. Thus, stop fighting at doggerheads and put yourself back. This expression can be used even in your workplace or in your daily communication with our friends and colleagues or supportive staff. Well, let's proceed on to further good proverbial expressions which can help us in describing things, in supporting our ideas in a speech, debate, or anywhere where you are trying to put out your ideas or kinds of suggestions. First one, which we can see into proverbial or some kind of one-liner statements that can support our conversation. The first one can be used as make hay while the sun shines. This is a classical proverb which can be used in our daily situation. Make hay, H-A-Y, hay, while the sun shines. When the opportunity is in your own hand, try to utilize it. When you have time, use it wisely, because time is gold and time is money. So make hay while the sun shines. Second one, this we come across most people using it. Do not judge a book by its cover, but rather it can be used not in the so-called traditional routine way. Rather put it as appearances are deceptive. Appearances are deceptive. We can also use the same way as pretty faces do not make pretty minds. Not a beautiful face always does mean that it's a beautiful mind. You might be not so good out, but can be good within. So in such situation, we say pretty faces do not mean pretty mind. Most often we come across from our own valuable leader of our nation, Abdul Kalam, who used this expression, right, quite well saying, even in his own disclosure. So pretty faces do not make pretty minds. Not every good-looking face reveals the fact that he is good or she is good in mind. So let's discourage the expression, the age-old expression of do not judge a book by its cover. Rather we rectify or we polish ourselves in the usage of appearances are deceptive or pretty faces do not make pretty minds. The next one which we can see here is let the cat out of the bag. Let the cat out of the bag. It means revealing secrets. When I advise my friend, I would say do not let the cat out of the bag to everyone. Means do not reveal all your super secrets to everybody until unless he's a trustworthy person. Well, that can be used when I converse with my friend or if I give a good advice to my well-wisher or someone who is close and related to me. The next which we can go ahead is look before you leap. We know what's a leap. Leap is to take a next step. So be careful before you take a decision. When you decide something to do, first look at it, look at the situation carefully. This is a piece of advice which I can give to my friend. Simply say, look before you leap. So the expression, do not count your chickens before they are hatched. Meaning, very simple. Not every egg turns out to be a chicken. Looking at the count of eggs, you cannot say these many chicken are going to be formed in future. The expression is used in the situation telling that not every dream comes true. And do not think of the dream succeeded before putting your effort into the dream. So do not count your chickens before they are hatched. Well, we have similar proverbial expression on eggs. Do not put all eggs in one bag. Don't keep all eggs in one bag. Possibility is there that all eggs can hit each other and break up, and the solution is loss. The situation wherein this expression is used is, don't invest all ideas in one form. Do not put all your money in one business blindly. If I have to give a piece of advice to my friend, I would say, do not put all eggs into one bag. Similar expressions are there, like, don't cry over spilt milk. We know spilling. Spilling is falling down. Once the milk is on the ground of the container and lying on the floor, there is nothing to come and cry over. So once the situation is already over, do not cry over it. Most often this situation is used when we talk about the past action. I shouldn't have done like that, and I keep on brooding on the past. In such situation, I can tell my friend, my dear friend, do not cry over the spilt milk. The situation is over, and leave it there. The next condition comes here. We talk about a condition where my known person or a familiar person or a friend of mine is almost at his fag end days of his life, about to hit the bucket, means leave the world and leave his last breath. I would say he is with one foot on the grave. He is with one foot on the grave. Nowadays we come across most people attending to the hospital, getting admitted, and we are unsure whether he is going to survive or not, and the doctor has not given any clear statement. So I would communicate to my friend, he is quite sick. My friend is quite sick and has kept one foot on the grave. If you put 2 feet, it's dead. Well, the other expressions which can again polish our language is like, strike the iron when it is hot. Strike the iron when it is hot. The expression is as equal as the first one which we used, make hay while the sun shines. Similar, both are almost similar in meaning, which tries to put the sentence as, utilize the opportunity and time which is given to you. Make use of the opportunity which is in your hand. Then we have several ways to keep simple statements of happiness, laughter. All these things come under cute expressions, as health is wealth is well known, and health is medicine, well known. Good health itself is a medicine to mind or good thought. So these are not cliches. These are not cliches, and old is gold. Remember that. Let's bring back the old proverbial expressions to keep the flavor of language still with its own traditional richness and culture. Let's not call it as only a cliche expression. Why should I again recall them? Yes, it is to be recalled and enlivened in our daily communication. And better not to forget simple words like crux, focal point, hub of the field. I repeat, crux, focal point, hub of the wheel. These 3 expressions are used when we talk about the main point or main person of an organization. Like, the crux of our English coffee house program is a free service to the society. That's our main motto. That's the crux. Focal point. Focal point is the main point. The focal point of education is to impart knowledge and wisdom. Example. So, the focal point comes under the vital or the most important note in the given entire document, or what you call as a system. Last, hub of the wheel. Hub of the wheel, if you have seen, the wheel has all spokes, circle spokes, and there is a hub in the middle. Without the hub, no other spoke can stand. So hub is the major component in the wheel on which everyone is dependent. Thus, my father is the hub of the wheel of my family, or my brother is the hub of the wheel of our family. Thank you guys for lending your ears today and listening to several useful expressions out of proverbs or idioms and phrases. Keep learning, be part of our English Coffee House program initiated by Ravishri University. Like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you for watching Ravishri University YouTube channel.
Please like, share, comment and subscribe.